Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp. Welcome back to another Counter-Strike video. Today we are going to be talking about another issue. I actually don't know. There was two things I wanted to talk about this week, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to end up doing a second CS:GO video this week or what's going to happen with that. But what we're going to be talking about today is some more YouTube news, and it feels like this month has just been way too much YouTube news. I mean, we got YouTube news every week coming out the yin yang with all YouTube news, and I don't think I've had a single good YouTube news story. I don't think YouTube has had a good news story this whole month. But anyways, we carry on with the great stories of YouTube, and I guess we're gonna just jump right into it with asking all you guys, hey, do you want to be a YouTube hero? I know I do. I know you all do too. I know the guys that don't want to have other opinions presented to them also want to be YouTube heroes. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube unveiled some great new program to try and control the sort of influx of, I guess like bad publicity that they've been getting over the past couple months. So basically, the YouTube program, YouTube Heroes program, is this program that basically allows people to gain points for doing different things around the community. And to quote Philip DeFranco again, I feel like every single YouTube video, every YouTube news video I do, I end up quoting Philip DeFranco along the way. But YouTube basically didn't have the personnel in the company to have a police force and to police the YouTube community. So basically, they gave everybody that wanted a gun and a badge, and said, "You're now the YouTube police. Go out and do your job," without any training, without any way to make sure that the police of YouTube, the YouTube heroes, are going to be doing their job properly. And so basically, the way it works is you gain points for doing certain things on YouTube, whether it's flagging a comment, flagging a video, doing subtitles on a video, anything like that. Obviously, the subtitles thing is pretty good. Um, it's a lot easier for YouTubers to have their videos accessible to everybody. If there is somebody doing the subtitles, uh, for example, like my videos don't have the subtitles, they have automatic subtitles because I don't have the time to go through my videos and just sentence by sentence write out what I say. So obviously, if someone wanted to do subtitles for my videos, that'd be super great. And that's something that's pretty much the only thing that they got right about this YouTube Heroes program. But basically, how it works is you get points for certain different things, and then you level up. And as you level up, you unlock new things. Along the way, you get the ability to mass flag videos. And so that's obviously the biggest concern is if you want to be able to have users mass flag videos, especially the way YouTube has been lately, where you've had these beef wars between big YouTubers like FouseyTube and Leafy is here, where if you look at Leafy's video, you got 9,000 dislikes on a video that's just making fun of FouseyTube. And I feel like a lot of those people didn't even listen to the video. It's not that they dislike the video or what Leafy is saying. They dislike Leafy because he's criticizing FouseyTube. And so those people, those Leafy fanboys and fangirls, or those FouseyTube fanboys and fangirls, are just going to go and mass flag videos once they get high enough on the YouTube hero scale. And obviously, because I'm small, I'm not controversial at all or anything like that. This isn't really anything I've had to worry about. And I think that it's important for the YouTubers that don't have to worry about these issues to talk about them. Because for someone who's being affected by this, someone like again, Phil DeFranco or Leafy is here, or or somebody else who's being affected by these mass sweeping YouTube changes that, in my opinion, are negatively impacting the YouTube community, it's really easy for them to say something or for them to be criticizing the changes after it negatively affects them or negatively affects their channel or their revenue on their channel. But for somebody who's not affected, to come out and say it, I think it shows a different message. And that's something that we saw last time where we had YouTubers who weren't affected by the whole monetization, like taking down their monetization because it's not advertiser friendly. We saw a lot of people that weren't affected by it trying to say, oh, you're just making a big deal out of nothing. Because it's really easy to say something doesn't matter if it doesn't affect you. It's a lot harder to step up and say, you know what, this is wrong and we need to try and fix it. And I feel like until the people not affected by these changes step up and say, YouTube, this is not what we want the community to be, YouTube is going to keep making changes like this because the voices of the few are not being heard by YouTube. And obviously, YouTube's current priority right now is not ensuring that all the content is available for everybody. It's not ensuring that big YouTubers are able to make content that they want. There was another story this week about YouTube trying to basically silence a journalist to make sure that they ask positive questions to a politician in France. Like YouTube cannot act like they're restricting their YouTubers. They cannot try and put a muzzle on what a YouTuber wants to do, what a YouTuber wants to record. And obviously there's different scenarios where that needs to be there, where that kind of guidelines need to be in place. But there comes a point where your guidelines go too far, where your guidelines restrict on a YouTuber's ability to create good content, to create unique content. And if YouTube doesn't recognize the difference, they don't recognize that some content belongs on this website and recognize the content that doesn't, and distinguish between the content that they're currently punishing YouTubers for creating and the content that they should be punishing and they shouldn't be. If they can't distinguish between Leafy's here trying to roast Fusi2 and somebody trying to recruit people to some extremist group, I think that again, like I said in the last video, there's a problem with the personnel, because this is time and time again, and it reminds me sort of how what we're seeing in CS with the updates. Time and time again, YouTube has continued to release updates to their website that have not been what the community has wanted on the website. And so I think that I can't think of another solution for us other than the people who are not affected need to step up and say, this is not what we want, because you might not be affected right now, but you might not be affected in a month. But if changes like this keep happening, eventually everybody on YouTube will be affected by these changes. And I guarantee you it will not be in a positive light. It will not be something that makes your channel more marketable. It will not be something that makes your channel easier to create unique and good and interesting and inviting content. It's going to be things that make it harder for small YouTubers to make money. It's going to make it harder for someone to have a business on YouTube. And it's going to make it harder for YouTubers to think of things that their viewers will want to see. Because in the back of every YouTuber's head now, they're thinking, all right, is this going to be advertiser friendly? And you're seeing in a lot of videos, bigger YouTubers are saying it as a joke. But they're saying it as a joke to present it as something funny. But in the back of their mind, they are thinking, all right, what can I not say to ensure that I can still make money on this video, to make sure that I can still make my living on this website, something that I've been doing for years. And suddenly YouTube is taking away this ability without really giving me any reason, any legitimate reason on why they're taking it away. And so I think that unless YouTube finds a way to initiate these changes they want while keeping the community, I guess, not really happy, keeping the community able to continue to create a good amount of content, and content that the general public finds interesting and finds inviting, as well as informative. You can't, like, that is something I guess I haven't really touched on in this video, but you can't be flagging news sources because the opinion isn't agreeable with the general public. You can't have one opinion on a website. You can't have one opinion in society and expect to initiate changes. If there's no debate on issues, if there's no debate, if there's no conversation, you're not going to reach any solution that's going to solve anything. You're just going to have one opinion, of one person's opinion being initiated on everything. And if that doesn't work, well then oh well, because we got no other opinions because they're not allowed to present themselves. And that's pretty much it, I guess. I wanted to talk about the YouTube changes and just sort of, I can't say that I want other people to do their part if I don't try and do my part. And I know I have a small audience and it's not going to make that big of a difference, if any difference at all, on this website. But it's still something I wanted to bring up. It's something I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. I'll link the video that YouTube put out explaining YouTube Heroes in the description down below if you want to watch it yourself. And I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too ridiculous. It's just something that I don't think is necessary on YouTube, and I think could have been better done. Obviously, the subtitles, they had the right idea with the subtitles. I think that subtitles are a way to make it more, are to increase accessibility on YouTube, and something that makes YouTube more accessible and easier for someone to enjoy content. But they group in things like subtitles. They try to group in something that people are going to be like, oh, this is great, this is really good. They group that in with things that people don't want, like the ability for someone to mass flag videos with no necessary reasoning for this. They're going to say this is not appropriate, this doesn't fit the guidelines, and it probably won't fit the guidelines because the guidelines YouTube has set, 90% of videos on this website don't fall within. And like I said in my last video about this, unless YouTube just wants to have people making cat videos all the time, you're going to need to accept that there's going to be profanity in some of your videos. You're going to need to accept that there's going to be talk about political conflicts in some of your videos, talks about violent events. And if these things don't belong on YouTube, well, then YouTube needs to make that clear and flag all of the videos with this. You can't have CNN uploading things of a refugee that is bloody, and then someone reports a story on it, and they have an opinion that isn't the same as CNN's, but CNN can advertise, and that person can't. You can't have things like that. You cannot have one opinion able to advertise their video, and the same video, the same topic, that person, because their opinion is different, is not able to advertise on that video. And that cannot be, like, I can't think of another example of something that would restrict freedom of speech on a website more. And obviously YouTube is a company, they don't need to follow freedom of speech, but at the same time, it's not very good on the company if they're trying to only present one political opinion and allow only one opinion to be presented. But anyways, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not really sure what's going to be in the background of this video. There's going to be some sort of CSGO. I don't know if it's going to be a competitive game or arms race or what it's going to be. But if you are watching this and you're not subscribed and you enjoyed listening to me talk, firstly, thanks for enjoying. And if you're not subscribed, you want to hit that subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. For those of you who are returning viewers, if you want to hit that like button, that favorite button, it'd be appreciated as well. And maybe share my channel with some of your friends. We've been having a pretty good month in September. Hopefully, we can finish off on the same positive note. And we'll be able to hopefully get to 300 subscribers by the end of the month. That'd be pretty cool. This is coming out on Monday, so it's the 26th. So we got like 5 more days to get to 300 subscribers. Let's see if we can do it. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you guys very much for watching. This has been Counter Strike. My name is Gamefruitpulp, and I hope you guys all have a good one. See you all later.